So I know a lot of you have been asking or wondering, where has Light Talks with Lisa been? Why has she not said something about the Osinachi issue? If this is what you want to know, because I had to take down some notes, I had to wait for the matter to progress before I could say anything, because the whole case has been so overwhelming. So if this is what you would want to listen to, then let us hit the intro. So welcome back to my channel. As you already know, I will be going right into this Osinachi issue, and I wrote down a few points of mine that I really wanted to talk about, because domestic abuse is really like the order of the day now. A lot of people have kicked the bucket, a lot of people have gone due to domestic abuse. Now I don't really want to use some terminologies that may give me some issues on YouTube, because I really want this video to still be here, so that people can be educated to know that a lot of things can be prevented, a lot of things can actually be avoided. I think avoided is the actual right word or the right statement. A lot of things can be avoided. So I'm recording this on Saturday, so a week today, yes, I guess. We heard that Osinachi left us in this world. She left from this world to the beyond, and most people were like, oh, she's too young. Well, we know that anybody can go. Anybody can leave, but there's some circumstances that you look at and you'll be like, what was the reason? Why is this happening? And where you see that there are two stories that are coming up, there is one of throat cancer, there's one that they say her husband kicked her on the chest and all that. A lot of people have actually been asking, there are lots of whys, there are lots of what happened, there are lots of whats, hows, whats, whys, and so on, whens. And the actual thing is that if the husband actually did what they said he did, then I wonder who we are actually sleeping next to. I'm not married, but I guess for those of us who are, I really wonder who we are actually sleeping next to, be it male or female. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different homes. We all have different upbringings, and also our ideologies. This also affects the way we relate with our fellow human beings. I've seen women who say, oh, I want to be in a marriage where my husband can actually be proud of me. When they say, oh, can she come to the stage and collect her award? He'll be like, yeah, that's my girl, and all that. And some men will be like, I want to be with a woman who will take me as I am. She and I will rebuild ourselves. And I wonder, is it actually a mirage or is it actually a dream? So I want to just bring out some few points that I actually took note of. And first of all, I would say we shouldn't actually get distracted, from the fact that if what they said her husband did to her is true, we shouldn't get distracted from the fact that a man actually did something wrong and should be punished for it. You understand me? Now, I'm not saying that a lot of men don't go through this kind of abuse in their various homes and in their relationships too, but in this world of ours, where a lot of people are actually married and dependent on the man, minus the fact that some of them are actually successful and are actually having their own mindset, their own franchise brands and all that. In as much as we are still having our own mindsets, we are still under men. And I'm not just trying to sound from a feminist view or anything. No, I'm trying to make you understand that most of the times in this world of ours, that's this African world, it is still seen as a man's world. And everything that a man does sometimes may not be looked at, sometimes may be frowned at, and sometimes may be overlooked. So it depends on how the situation is, and men are usually the ones who are to blame. They are the ones who are to be blamed in most of the things that happen without even knowing whether it's true or not. And that's why you see some women just gang up, form groups, whether good or bad, because they just want to be heard, because they feel that, okay, we are not being treated right and all that. So back to what I want to say. So I took down few points, and I'm going to be talking based on, relationship-wise. That's from a fellow human being to another human being before we go into Osinachi's issue. Now, the thing is, most people say it is not good to marry who cannot control their temper. Now, I want us to see it from a different angle. There are lots of people who, may be with an aggressive lover and they still feel that they still need to be there. Oh, I can change him, I can change her, I can do this, I can do that. And all these things are actually very important, because at the end of the day, you're not just marrying for yourself. you're also marrying for your generations, because I guess in this part of Africa, we all want to have children, we all want to have generations to come, we all want to start our own generation, so the generation can beget another generation, and it keeps on going on and on and on like that. So whenever you are choosing your partner, I guess checking that person's temperament, be it male or female, is very, very important. A lot of us don't really want to take note of that, and we just say it's all about love. Love is part of it, commitment is part of it, temperament is part of it, and also how that person views you, because there are lots of partners who view their partners as competitors. Meanwhile, it's supposed to be a one thing, that is supposed to be a two in one thing. The 1 plus the 1 is equals to 1. So a lot of people don't see relationship like that. They just see it as, oh, she wants to override me, oh, he wants to take over my franchise, oh, he wants to do this, or she wants to do that. And the marriage becomes a tussle. It becomes a fight for power. And I'm asking myself, why does it have to be a thing of power? Why does it have to be a thing of who is who and that and that? It's really, really something else, because a lot of things are happening and a lot of things are actually going wrong, and we are not even we are not awoke or awakened or even awake concerning it. A lot of things are happening. There are lots of people who have gone just because of this particular issue, be it male or female. Second thing I want to talk about is jealousy. I really wonder how a person that is actually in a relationship with their partner will be seeing their partner as, somebody that they want to fight, or somebody that they want to, take over and all that. I thought that when you are giving your vows, they say, we are together, whatever belongs to you belongs to me and all that. I get. But there's also what they call self-respect. You respect yourself, I respect myself. You also give me my respect, I give you your respect. We come from different homes, and we are trying to come together to make this marriage work. But whereby I'm losing my sanity over it, I guess it is no longer a marriage, but actually a tussle. So I wonder why couples will actually be jealous of each other. What is there to be jealous of each other? Okay, you are married to a woman. I'm sorry, we have to be using the female perspective, because it's actually a female issue and all that. So you are married to a woman, and she's doing so well. She has her business, she has her music, she has her brand, and you're not allowing her to go out and also do what she knows how to do best, knowing fully well that this is her calling, this is what she was born to do. If she wasn't born to sing, she won't be singing, for goodness sake. I guess she won't be singing at all. But you know that this is what she was born to do, and you didn't allow her. You can imagine a woman living in fear. I'm still going to go to that. So let us also take a moment to understand that a lot of things that are going on in marriages are actually very, very surprising. And when you look at it, you'll be like, I thought these people were actually in love. I guess probably love is not just enough in marriages. There has to be commitment. There has to be respect. Respect. If you respect me, you don't want to lay your hands on me. There should also be self-respect. If you respect yourself, you don't want to make yourself look stupid in front of me. So I guess a lot of people are getting this whole marriage thing very wrong, and it is actually becoming a very big issue. That's why you see people, nobody is trying to be real with themselves. Everybody is just doing what they feel they know how to do best. Now, I want to go to OSINACHI'S issue. Say when somebody goes, a lot of things begin to unveil. Now, the first surprising one was the fact that the son said that the father actually pushed the mother out of the car several times for the car that they supposedly bought for her. This kind of situation where you see that a pastor or you get how people do appreciate religious people or personnel, and maybe probably they gave her those 2 cars and she never drove one, according to the child. And one thing about children that I love, children never lie. There's no possible way that their first son will be lying, where he even confessed that the father told them that it is good to actually, hit women. When you go into things like this, so you begin to ask yourself, was this man mentally okay? How can somebody be so okay with giving his child such training? And then tomorrow, this young man will come into the world and marry women. And then if they are not corrected at this certain age or at this younger age of theirs, what do you think can happen? I really, really wonder how this lady was able to conceal all these things. I'm not saying her family may not have known, but it is one thing for a family to talk to a woman, and it is one thing for a woman to actually leave her marriage. I know most people will say, what about the children? Is it not better safe than sorry? Is it not better for a woman to actually stand up and move so that she can be alive to see her children tomorrow. I wonder, a lot of us are saying she should have left, but I ask you, if she left, would you still have been listening to her music? Wouldn't you say something like, oh, she's a divorcee. What does she practically have to offer us? If she can't keep her home, what does she have to offer us? Or what does she have to give to us? A lot of things are happening and we keep on saying or keep on pointing fingers. But yes, you and I are actually hypocrites. We actually don't want to say the truth. Sometimes we judge people. And I guess that's one of the reasons why she may not have wanted to come out and say to the public what must have been going on with her. I don't believe throat cancer can kill somebody that bad to enter coma. Coma. No. It would have been a very straight something or straight living. So I don't think throat cancer was actually the issue. Even if it was, he probably may have aggravated it. That was why she entered coma. Now, back to the fact that this man not only was abusing her, but he was also married before. So the question I ask, where is the other wife? Where is the first wife? Did he also do the same thing to her? Did he also, I don't know, or is she still on this planet Earth? Is she still here to tell her story? Because if he did it before, he has done it again. And if he wasn't probably in the police net, he will still do it again. So I wonder, I know everybody is tensed up and the world is really not as it seems like before. When I was growing, I used to love marriage. I used to love the stories of marriage. But as I am aging, I won't say aging fully, but since I became an adult, a lot of things have actually been running through my mind. You know, the fear of wanting to live with somebody who you don't know what their upbringing may have been, even if you may have dated for long. The fear of wanting to live with someone who has different ideologies from yours. To live with someone who may not appreciate you, or may want to appreciate you, or may not know how to do so, or may not know the means to go about it. Now, apart from the fact that there are scholarships being given to her children, there is also a news that just came up yesterday on Friday, which was Good Friday, that she didn't even have an account. All the money was going to the account of her husband. Even while she was dying, her husband still asked for the passwords to her YouTube account. And if you can check, you will know that she has a quite huge number of subscribers. And you know, as a YouTuber, the more your views, the more your money. Even if you may not have lots of views, people may still want to stay back and watch your advertisements. So you can imagine she had multiple streams of income. So I wish she's alive to actually let us know why she didn't leave. Women, men, whatever your gender may be, if you're in a place where you cannot handle what is going on and your sanity and your life is in danger, I urge you to leave. I urge you to leave. And I repeat, I urge you to leave. It is better safe than sorry. How can a man who claims to love you harm you? How can a woman who claims to have your best interest at heart want to do bad things to you, unspeakable things to you? Then I ask, what is love? Because love isn't supposed to hurt. Love isn't supposed to make you feel worthless. Love isn't supposed to make you feel unwanted. Or don't you think? If only the dead can speak. I think I've said enough. I had a lot of things to say, but this video is actually for those who are still alive and still battling in such calamity. I urge you, leave before it's too late. I've seen a woman who actually lost her life just because she refused to leave, and now her children are motherless. Don't let it be you. Don't allow your children to be fatherless or motherless just because you couldn't take the guts to leave. Yes, people will talk, but it is better they talk. And talk, they say, is cheap and it doesn't last long. They may point fingers, but will they still have the power to keep on pointing fingers in the next 5 years? If you get what I mean. please leave. Live and be alive. That is all I have to say concerning it. I guess I'll have a particular day where I'll bring out more things I have heard from her story, because a lot of things are coming up and a lot of people are lying against her, which the truth may be there, but the person who would have answered this would have been Osinachi. May she keep on resting in peace. I will see you in my next video. Stay safe. Bye.